Today we're going to talk about motivation and staying consistent. So my name is JV. I'm from YSTEP. I've been helping businesses and influencers create their brands from scratch to any platform for more than half a decade now. And here's a video how to help people in staying consistent in building their brands. So first and foremost, we gotta agree. Building a brand is hard. Staying consistent is hard. Any people who's struggling with consistency can agree to what I'm about to say. It's really hard to stay in tune and stay disciplined to what you are trying to do. So that's the reason why people are having problem losing weight, building something, or getting a promotion in their jobs. It's because staying consistent is hard. It's hard, it's challenging, it's agonizing. Most of what we want is just literally sleep. We can sleep all day. I think everybody would agree with me. We will sleep all day, okay? Especially people who's close to my age. So the thing is, staying motivated can be a tricky thing, but with the right type of steps and right type of actions that you need to do, it can be helped out. So the first thing that I want to share with staying motivated is you got to keep yourself interested. When I talk about keep yourself interested, it's not always going to be just work. Find something that interests you, okay? So maybe that's the reason why social media blew up so fast. It's because there's a lot of interesting thing in it. So I'm talking about always try to explore stuff and try to consistently stay with stuff and consistently learn stuff. It's because there's going to be a bunch of stuff that you're going to be going through, especially when it comes to consistency. So for me, consistency is a tricky factor. It's because there's a lot of outer factors or things that surrounding you that will extremely affect the way you go about things. So one is, for example, in a diet, you're trying to stay on a diet, you're having a hard time staying on a diet, and then you scroll on your Facebook reels or maybe YouTube shorts, and then there's a bunch of food in there. So the thing is, the craving starts to trigger and all that, and then it's hard to stay consistent in your diet. I agree. But I also would recommend, just like you said, always have that one step or that 1% improvement every day. Always use tools. Use tools in which can help you to improve yourself every day. Just like your calendar. You gotta start writing. Start writing the stuff that you want to do, and you schedule it for a week. And you need to understand when you have work, you set priorities in what you're going to do. It's just like work. Staying consistent is just like work. You need to work on yourself, and you need to remind yourself constantly of these things. So what are the things that you oftentimes use? Is it on your phone? So use an application to put notifications to what you're supposed to be in certain hours. So for example, if let's just say you have something planned for today and all of a sudden your friends come over and ask you to go out, so you can decline. You need to fight that urge to say no, even though it doesn't happen a lot. You need to stick to what your schedule is, and you need to motivate yourself to do things the hard way. Next thing that I wanted to talk about, especially when it comes to staying consistent, would be the part that's staying motivated. So habit formation. Habit formation is, to explain habit formation, is how to create consistent routines. Okay? So if you don't have a routine yet, try reading 12 Rules to Life by Jordan Peterson. I like the very basic stuff there that he says about being consistent. And a part of the book there is to make your bed. It's as simple as that. I know that for some people who especially criticize the book, it doesn't make sense to them. Why would you start making your bed? But it's a habit forming. It's a habit forming action which makes you do something consistently. It's a practice. It's a practice that you do every day. And there's also the speech that I've heard that at least you've done everything today. When your day goes bad, at least you come back to a made bed. That's another thing that you need to understand. Habit forming is very important, and you need to be very particular, especially when it comes to that. Do the simple things. Don't do the don't do huge things like 180% change right away. No, you can't do 100% change right away. You gotta do it one step at a time, until you build a habit of which way you want to go. This goes the same and applies to building a brand. So building a brand, you need to keep yourself consistent in building a brand. Why? It is because building a brand, you need to do it every day. There's no day offs in building a brand. You're building your own business. So first is the frequency. You gotta understand what you're gonna do. You need a table. You need the table, you need the paper, and you need to write off the things that you needs to be done. And that's the only way to go about things. Next is, especially when you're no longer really feeling the motivation to remain consistent or to do things, go back to your why. Understand and learn and recall why you started in the first place, because that oftentimes help you get going again. Are you trying to improve something? Are you trying to get out of something? Are you trying to improve your current situation? Are you trying to find something better? Whatever your why is, sometimes you got to go back to what your why is, and that's going to be your key. And once you understand, once you feel the flame burning, the flame of motivation burning again, you will start working eventually, right away. So it's hard. It's a mental game, and I can't tell you just a snap that it's all going to work, but it's not. It's not that easy. So this is a journey that you need to take yourself, and you need to take it one step at a time. And that's the only go. It's the only way to go about this thing right here. It's because learning to be consistent is once. It's kind of like it needs to be one's promise to themselves. Improving is not easy. Everybody knows that. But once you get to where you want to be and where you want to go, it makes it a little worthwhile. I hope this video helps a little bit, even though I haven't really talked much about anything. But stay motivated and keep grinding.